Hello fellow travelers and welcome back to our Biggs adventure. My name is Cynthia and this is Mr. Biggs and we are going into Aldi. I am about 10 days post-surgery and it is time for me to do a walk around. He's gonna drive, he's gonna do the cart, he's gonna do the groceries. So I gotta take it easy on him and not do a huge haul. If you're ready, press the like button and let's go! Coming into the store, the first thing you see is nuts and it was pretty well stocked. Next up was gluten-free crackers, and I was so sad they did not have my favorite gluten-free crackers, the rosemary and olive oil ones. The rest of the crackers had a fairly low stock. This is the cookies and candy aisle, and they were okay stocked. I mean, not great. There was a lot of gaps and a lot of super low stock in that section. If you look on the bottom, they had a lot of stock of 2 different kind of cookies and not a lot of anything else. We're going to move on to the bread. Again, this time with the bread, there was hardly any. I was really surprised because last time I went to Aldi about 3 weeks ago, they had almost no bread and most people were like, oh, it's a one-off. I'm sure they were just ready to get a delivery. This was Saturday morning at about 10 a.m., 9:30 in the morning. They should have had more bread than this. Saturday is a big grocery shopping day. I was really surprised. This is super low. Normally, Aldi has tons of bread. I wanted to get some fresh vegetables because I haven't been to the grocery store in about 2 weeks. Looking over the selection, they did have gaps and what was there was okay in price and also quality. I know a lot of people complain about Aldi and the quality of their vegetables, but I've never had a problem. In the fruit section, they were lower in stock than what I'm used to seeing. They did have some gaps and they had spread some of the fruit out. This caramel dip I'm seeing on everybody's hauls right now, and I wanted to try it, but Mr. Biggs said pass, so we didn't really need the extra sugar anyway. We're gonna get 1 dozen eggs. Whoa, hardly no milk. That's crazy town. For organic fruits and vegetables, they just have this end cap at my Aldi. This cooler door was busted a couple of weeks ago when I went, and this is the selection of like almond milk and that kind of thing. The orange juice was very low. Mr. Biggs quit coffee creamer, so we didn't have to buy that this time. I'm actually glad that he did because it has a lot of sugar in it. This is yogurts and also the sour cream, butter. Those things were pretty well stocked. Prices were definitely up in the potato, onion, and vegetable aisle. Those zucchini squash were $1.29 a pound. I can't wait for my garden to come in for fall. I have zucchini planted and we definitely need it. On the end cap, they had some red potatoes on sale for $2.49 a bag. Next up, the whole reason why we went to Aldi, and you can see Mr. Biggs grabbing his bags of potato chips, which he ripped one open as soon as we got home. This is our favorite kind of chips, and the price remains the same. I managed to get a decent shot of the spaghetti sauce and macaroni and cheese, things like that. It was fronted pretty well. There was some stock available on the shelf. They had a lot of stock of a few things and less stock of a few other things. They didn't have this spaghetti sauce with meat that I normally buy, but I was able to get a jar of a different kind. Here's what I noticed. The canned vegetable aisle looks really well stocked, and it looks like they have a lot of different varieties of vegetables. But the chips are down further, and they've consolidated the canned vegetables into a shorter, more concise area. In my last Aldi tour video, I noticed this about the canned fruits and called it out as well. This is a technique lots of stores are using lately. And before we leave the canned aisle, I wanted to give you a shot of the canned meats and fishes, which were okay stocked. I was so sad to see the fall 2021 favorites end cap because it had a ton of bagels in it. I saw so many cool products in other people's videos for fall, and we were definitely missing that. I did snag one of these pumpkin breads because I thought it would be nice to take to my recovery meeting. Moving on to the aisle of shame, I was so proud of Mr. Biggs because he knew we weren't done yet and I was starting to get tired, and he was like, let's go down the aisle of shame to see what they have in case you can't make the rest of the list. I did look around. I saw some favorites from other people's videos. I saw some really cute pumpkins and some fall things, but to be honest, I didn't see anything that tempted me to the point that I had to actually put anything in the cart. Don't get me wrong, they had some really cute stuff. Look at the pet food end cap. I was shocked. I've never seen it look like this. I know that there's a nationwide shortage on pet food, but that was a little crazy to me. A little tour of the rest of the aisle of shame with some Halloween candy and some of the seasonal items that they have and the markdowns. Nothing really tempted me in this aisle. An overview of the deli meats and cheeses. I have to say, our Aldi is pretty decently stocked. I've seen some Walmart videos recently. They are crazy. Moving on to wraps, foils, and bags. Look at these paper towels down here on the bottom. These do not go here. I don't know what goes here, but if you look, the paper towels don't go there. They had really low selection of toilet paper, like really low. Nothing's going on right now. We have no hurricanes. We have no restrictions for the pandemic. We have no nothing. But if there were to be a run on toilet paper, that wouldn't last very long. I was pleased to see that they had plenty of spices. I've seen a lot of videos recently at Walmart where they have almost no spices. They had some cake mixes and some other baking supplies. I know I'm hearing a lot that if you want to do some holiday baking, that now is the time to go ahead and pick that stuff up. I already have everything that I need. I couldn't believe that there were no people around these freezers. I never get a good shot of these freezers because there's always somebody in the aisle, but these are really low. And you know what I didn't see? Holiday turkeys. They usually have turkeys in this freezer section, and I didn't see any turkeys at all. It's almost the middle of October. Where are the turkeys? Have you seen turkeys in your area yet? Let me know in the comments down below. The freezer section, I think, is a little better actually than when I was there last time a couple weeks ago and was doing some filming. They did have gaps and they did not have the green beans that I wanted. They also had a low stock of frozen vegetables. I did manage to get some green beans, but they weren't the ones that I wanted. The fish section, again, really low, but I managed to get the salmon that I have been waiting almost 2 months for them to have back in stock. So very thankful for that, even though the wild flounder that I also eat was completely out of stock. Next up, take a look at how low the water is. We have, like I said before, no hurricanes, no restrictions, no nothing, no limits. The water is super low. The meat section had some gaps, but they did have most of everything. This is a quick peek at the coffee section. I snagged a few headlines from the internet on food shortages. These are starting to pop up on mainstream media sites. This letter is from Ogson Farms. I'll put a link to that down below. They have stopped selling their products for 90 days. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you got something out of the video. As you can see, Cookie is exhausted from taking care of me after my surgery. Thank you again, and remember everybody, life is an adventure, so enjoy your journey. Bye-bye!